You guys are weird on every level. What do you mean you have to touch your victims? Chill out, bro.
Yeah, for real.
All right. We're back.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year, everyone.
The Christmas tree is looking good.
Yeah, we took a massive break from the show. So let's recap. Do you remember anything?
Yes, I actually do remember.
Okay.
I'll stop pretending. There was someone with blue eyes.
That's crazy. We need to restart the show.
No. Hi, I remember everything.
All right.
Sakura.
超絶絶叫計画って5があんの
Were we watching with subs before?
Yes.
Okay.
7まで来るとは全くの別物だね
You recognize this guy, Junpei?
何それ1の主人公の
Start over.
What? The scene?
Yeah, show me the guy again. I was reading.
This guy with the hair covering half his face.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Don't know.
That's the guy who was in the cinema. That's the guy who was hanging out with Mike.
Okay, I thought so.
That's the guy who's getting bullied in school nonstop.
プラス家系ホラーかな何それ
But he has like two. There's three of them, right? In this school club.
In this club, yeah, but these are just random friends. We've never
Okay.
seen them before.
だったんだけどそこが幽霊屋敷で霊媒師を呼ぶんだけど5と6で出てきた
あれなんでいんの
でも最近使われてなかったからもういいのかなって思って
Oh, also one other thing I forgot to mention that also in that last fight when they were fighting NANAMI and Yuji were fighting these creatures, NANAMI was explaining his technique, which is that basically like I don't know, he finds like a specific point on the body of a target that's like ratio 3:7, and then he hits it and it like hits gigahard or something like that. And then he was saying also that like if you explain the technique to your opponent, it becomes stronger.
The opponent? The technique?
Yeah, if you explain your technique, the technique itself becomes stronger. If they obtain the knowledge of what your technique is.
Okay. I don't remember this, but that's also just weird, but okay.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but it's just like a neat way for them to make it make sense within the rules of the world, why people would explain it, you know? Obviously, they're explaining to us, the viewer, but they're just trying to make it so that it's within the rules of this magic, you know?
I guess.
You don't get it?
No. How does that make it?
Why would anyone, when they're fighting someone, explain what they're doing? Like, especially if they have these techniques that can be wildly different. Obviously, you would want to keep that information a secret, right?
Yes.
But this way, the viewer would never know what they're doing either. So they're making it a rule where if you explain it, it makes it more strong in a fight, so that you, the viewer, get that information.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So you mean this is just whatever the creator's idea?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a smart move to just not to make it super cringe, but like also make it work. And they'll later on we'll find another super neat way where it comes in handy. But yeah.
Okay.
いやだからその
いいからさっさと出ていけよゴキブリども
And these are the three guys that were killed in the cinema.
This is a flashback?
でもらうからな
Yeah, seems that way.
これ
Because they're most certainly dead.
帰るから足溶けてこれ持って帰るから足溶けてくれる
His friends ran away?
Yeah, I mean, they're like club mates, you know what I'm saying? But like ride or die friends. But yeah, at least he's standing up for himself a little bit, even though he's getting his ass beat.
Well, karma is gonna get him.
ちゃんと地獄に落ちたでしょうか。好きの反対は嫌いです。日本人って好きですよね。もともとどこかの外国の人が言ったのは、愛の反対は無関心ですよね。
みんな言葉遊びが好きなのさ。
これは
一人の人間をどこまで大きくできるかの実験。
That's crazy.
どこまで小さくできるのか試してみた。
これが人間。無関心こそ人間の行き着くべき美徳です。
そんな君が復讐ね。俺はこの世界で唯一魂の構造を理解してる。喜怒哀楽は全て魂の代謝によるものだ。お腹が減ったら食べるように、憎いなら殺せばいい。俺は順平の全てを。
Damn. What do you think of that?
I think that's kind of a brutal outlook, but
Yeah.
you'd expect that from someone who transfigurates people.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I like that all emotions are the result of soul's metabolism, though.
Yeah, it's pretty poetic,
Yeah.
despite how brutal this guy is.
あれ私服高校にはしばらく行っていないみたいですね。
There's other stuff to worry about.
Yeah, I mean...
それを使います。
それ呪霊？
用途4級にも満たない低級の呪い。1、呪いを視認できない一般人の場合。虎杖君が救助してください。3、呪術で用途を払った場合。即時拘束します。4、2級術師以上のポテンシャルが吉野順平にあった場合。一度引いて。以前、伏黒君が言っていましたね。通常、呪霊と同等級の術師が任務に当たると、2級術師は2級呪霊に勝つのが当たり前。2級術師は1級呪霊に近い実力。
that makes sense.
Go back. Sorry.
They're basically saying that they're using the same grading system so that a grade like 2 sorcerer
Yes.
goes and kills grade 2 curse, but they need to guarantee success. So in reality, grade 2 sorcerer is slightly stronger than a grade 2
Oh,
curse. So
okay.
he's in fact closer
Grade
to a grade 1 curse in terms of power.
Okay.
Yeah.
2級呪霊に勝つのが当たり前。
なんで俺はそういう大事な
五条さんが適当だから。
なんか自作自演みたいで気が。
出てくるならさっさとしてください。異形手遅れとはいえ、人を殺めるのは気分が悪い。
Everything makes him sick.
よかったよかった。五条悟が来ても困るけどあんまり弱いと実験にならないからさ。
残業は嫌いなので手早く済ませましょう。
Real.
似ている。絵に描いたような軽薄、その奥にあるどす黒い強さ。
Whew.
Oh. Stitch him up.
俺ちゃんと受けたよね。
Ugh.
そういう術
Stop it!
とは他人任せな抽象的な質問は嫌いです。
おしゃべりが嫌いなわけじゃないんだ。
相手によります。
魂と肉体、どっちが先だと思う？卵が先か鶏が先か。
Damn, he's quite the philosopher.
肉体に魂が宿るのかな、それとも魂に体が肉付けされているのかな。
Damn.
Good one.
He's posing some real questions.
前者。
ブッブー。答えは後者。
That was the right answer, apparently.
魂は肉体の先にある。
Hmm.
の形は魂の形に引っ張られる。
That's crazy.
己の魂の形を強く
Bars. Oh.
分かったでしょ。俺の術式は魂に
Whew.
Oh, he's gonna grow it?
無意転変。
Oh,
ストックしてるんだ。
that's insane.
That's
一般人は形変えちゃうとそのうち死んじゃうけど、呪術師はどうかな。
17時半。今日は10時から働いているので、何が何でも
let's go. I love his motivations to end the fight quickly.
Oh, you can relate.
Yeah.
どこ行ってたんだ。ダメじゃないか。学校サボって。お前仲良かったよな。友達もいないお前をよく構ってやってなのに葬式にも出ないで。やるから。
あいつらと教師って学校を卒業して学校を務めるからおよそ社会と呼べるもの
Yo, chill.
たみたいなでかい子供
God damn.
俺は順平のすべてを肯定する。
こいつ見えてるな。
Was that how it's supposed to go?
Sure, not how the guy.
That's hilarious because I'm pretty sure the guy was about to completely go off on the teacher with some curses.
Yeah.
And then Yuji interrupted him.
completely messed this up.
Yeah.
なあ、ちょっと
Can you see this?
なあ。
このボタン
大事なよ。子供が何言ってるんだ。大体どこのセリフ。何すんだこのガキ。やめなさい。持ってかない。
Interesting methods.
Interesting methods.
なんだ
The guy came and stripped his teacher.
早っもう一周してきたの
おう、嫌いなやつにいつまでも家の前いてほしくねえだろ。
楽しい。
形を変えるのに元の人間の質量は関係ない。
Yeah, so the other guy is saying it's about the soul, not the body.
Yeah.
And he can fully manipulate it. That's crazy. He's still alive.
いっぱい練習したからさ、大きさ変えてもすぐ死ぬことはないけど、そうやって魂の汗がにじみ出ることがあるんだ。気にせず続けよう。
仕事に市場は持ち込まない主義なの。
嘘が下手。魂が揺らいでいるよ。何級？
一級。
強いわけだ。実験体としてはベスト。感謝するよ。
Oh.
まああと2、3回触れて人間やめさせてあげ。
Yeah, so he needs to come into contact with his
Yeah.
victim to make it work. It's a very slim margin for error.
Yeah.
You can't, like, you get touched, you're you're out.
こんなもんか。一級術師
Bruh.
よく逃げ回ったけど。
残念ですが、
重力が増えていく。
ここからは時間外労働です。
That's hilarious that his actual power output increases in in overtime. So even that is connected to his schedule and work.
That's insane. Is that an actual thing? His power increases at 6 p.m.
I mean, that's what it seems like. Yeah, like Mahito remarked that he just became stronger. Because I guess you're working harder in overtime or something. I
No,
don't
but
know.
is it like maybe he just controls it?
Maybe he controls it, yeah. But whichever way it is, it's just the fact that it's so closely
I know,
connected to him
it's
to his
really
work schedule is hilarious.
Yeah. He's funny.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
This was
what do you
very
think?
short.
Yeah, this went pretty fast. A lot of action.
Yeah. I mean, it's all in development.
What do you think of Mahito?
I mean, he's a philosopher.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't really like him.
Yeah, unsurprising.
To be honest. Why? Unsurprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a vile murderer.
Yeah, he's
but
slightly disgusting.
yeah, just the transfiguration and the fact that half of them are still alive. It's brutal.
Yeah, it's a little gory. But he's a textbook villain, sort of. Just a little more gory than the textbook version. But yeah. Also interesting that he didn't have this sort of fully transformational effect on this boy that got bullied so much. I mean, he clearly did have an effect on him, but...
What do you mean?
I mean, the boy didn't end up leaving the conversation with Mahito being completely an aggressive and killer mindset, kind of.
Yeah. He doesn't really seem like a bad kid or anything like that.
Yeah, no, he was just bullied. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
he's
blame
just
him
been
for
bullied.
having
It's-
negative
yeah.
emotions.
It's understandable.
Yeah, and he's having a great time with Yuji.
And it kind of makes sense, and also the fact that well, yeah, you're right, and in fact, it kind of even the small interaction, it's nice, you know, and maybe
It's nice.
maybe Yuji
They
can
could be friends,
yeah,
you know?
Yuji can maybe drag him away from that influence.
Yeah, that's how it seemed to me.
Yeah,
Maybe he's gonna present something more appealing to him.
yeah, like a different option that he hasn't
Yeah.
seen before. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's neat how Mahito specifically interacting with this kid who, you know, hates other humans basically, and that's what Mahito basically represents. Like, that's his whole power.
Yeah.
That's where he was born from, you know. So
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of common ground between
Yeah, symbolic.
What about NANAMI?
And he's super cool.
He's super cool.
Effortlessly. I see why you dressed up like him as on Halloween.
Yeah. And I like how it's also clear that there's a great deal of respect between Gojo and NANAMI. Like, it's mutual. It's quite nice to see.
Yeah.
Especially given how Gojo can, like, disregard most people because they're weak or whatever.
Yeah. He didn't explain his strategy to the enemy.
That's true. Maybe that's what he needs to do to make it stronger.
Well, he clearly doesn't think that he needs any sort of assistance.
Yeah. He's
ever.
he doesn't feel. Although this
Pretty
feels like a
confident.
dangerous situation for him.
It does, because one touch and you're not.
Yeah.
But obviously his soul is protected or whatever. With
Yeah, like
negative energy.
it looks like he instinctually somehow. Yeah, that's what Mahito was saying. Whatever, but
Yeah.
it was just one touch. You know, what if he touches him a couple times?
Yes. It's getting interesting.
Yeah, this guy's weird on every level.
Yeah.
What do you mean you have to touch your victims? Chill out, bro.
Yeah. For real.
But yeah, also like about this ranking system, I really like how it makes sense about, you know, the grading and like how the
Slightly,
sorcerer is supposed to be, like they're expected to beat a curse of the
Makes
same grade.
sense, yeah.
And then they also showed the special kind of at the same level. And so I assume NANAMI would be sent, for example, on a special grade case. But if you recall in Gojo's conversation with the old man, with the head of the other school, he was telling him that like all your traditions and everything, like soon the power that's coming, it's off the limit, it's off the grade. Like you're not going to be able to measure it with the classification of special. And Sukuna also referred to it like that random curse that they were fighting at the very beginning that had his finger.
Yeah.
He was talking to it like, oh, you know, by the way, we're both classified as special, you know,
Oh,
because they don't really have anything higher, but he's
Yeah.
clearly like on a completely different level, you know.
off the chart.
Yeah, off the charts. All right. Next.
Yep.